Writing equations in standard form. We're going to take a look at the guidelines that we look at for each term to make sure that our equation is in standard form. Our A term, or our X term, must be first, must be a whole number, and must be positive. Our Y term must be second, must be a whole number, and can be positive or negative. Our C term must be last or on the right side of the equal sign, must be a whole number, and can be positive or negative. We're going to take a look at number 1. Number 1 right now is in slope-intercept form. We're going to take that equation from slope-intercept form and we're going to put it into standard form. So the first question that we're going to ask is our X term on the left? It is not. So because it's positive, we want to keep it positive, so we're going to do symmetrical. 1/2 X plus 4 is equal to Y. Now my X term is first and it's on the left. It's not a whole number, so we're going to need to multiply by the denominator. So we're going to multiply the X term by 2. We're going to multiply the constant by 2. And we're going to multiply the Y by 2. In order to keep that equation balanced, if I multiply the X term by 2, I must multiply everything by 2. Brother-sister rule. All right, that's going to give me X plus 8 is equal to 2Y. Now I'm going to go back to my questions. Is the X first? Yes, it is. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is. Is it positive? Yes, it is. Is my second term Y? It's not, so I need to zero pair out the 8 to make room for the Y term. So I'm going to zero pair out the 8. Now I have X is equal to 2Y minus 8. I still don't have the Y as the second term, so I'm going to go ahead and zero pair out the 2Y. So now I have X minus 2Y is equal to negative 8. Is my Y term second? Yes, it is. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is. Is it positive or negative? In this case, it's negative, so it is correct. Now I look at the last term, or my constant. Is it last or on the right side of the equal sign? It is. Is it a whole number? It is. Is it positive or negative? It is. This is standard form. Okay, now we're going to take a look at just an equation. This equation is not in slope-intercept form because it's not solved for Y, so it's just an equation, and we're asked, is it in standard form? So we're going to look. Is the X first? Yes, it is. Is it positive? Yes, it is. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is. Is the Y term second? It's not. So we're going to go ahead and zero pair out the 4Y. So we're going to have 2X plus 4Y is equal to 8. Is the Y term second? Yes, it is. Is it positive? Yes, it is. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is. Is the constant term on the right of the equal sign? It is, or it's last. Is it a whole number? It is. And is it positive or negative? It is. Now, this looks like standard form, but the greatest common factor here of 2 and 4 and 8 is 2. So I would need to divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. X plus 2Y is equal to 4. That is in standard form. Now let's go back and look at our first one to make sure that our GCF, or our greatest common factor, is 1. 1 and negative 2, the greatest common factor would be 1, so I don't have to check the greatest common factor with the last number, because if my GCF is 1, I'm done. So GCF here was 1. GCF here now is 1. All right, now we're looking at an equation that looks like it was put in from point point slope form. So we're going to go ahead and work it from point slope form all the way to standard form. First thing we're going to do is keep change. So we're going to have y plus 2 is equal to negative 2 times x minus 3. We're going to rainbow. Y plus 2 is equal to negative 2x plus 6. We're going to zero pair. Y equals negative 2x plus 4. And now we're going to ask the question, is the x term on the left? It's not. So the easiest way to get it over to the left and positive is to zero pair. 2x plus y is equal to 4. Is the x term first? Yes, it is. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is. Is it positive? Yes, it is. Is the y term second? Yes, it is. Is it a whole number? It's 1, so yes, it is. Is it positive or negative? Yes, it is. Is the last term or constant a whole number? Yes, it is. Is it last or on the right side of the equal sign? Yes, it is. And is it positive or negative? Yes, it is. GCF of 2 and 1 is 1. So this is standard form. GCF we checked to be 1. All right. This is again is an equation. It's not in slope-intercept form because we have the 1/4 here. So the first question we're going to ask to put it into standard form is the x term first? It's not. It's already positive, so we're going to do symmetrical to keep it positive. So we have 1/2 x plus 6 is equal to 1/4 y. Now, is the x term a whole number? It's not. But notice that I have 2 fractions that I have to get rid of. So if I have 2 fractions that I have to get rid of, in this case, I'm going to multiply by 4 because 4 is the greatest common, or is the least common multiple for 4 and 2. So when I multiply by 4, I will get rid of both fractions. So I'm going to multiply the first term by 4. I'm going to multiply the 6 by 4. And I'm going to multiply the y term by 4. 4 times 1 is 4, divided by 2 is 2x, plus 6 times 4 is 24, equals 4 times 1 is 4, divided by 4 is 1y. Is the x term first? Yes, it is. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is. Is it positive? Yes, it is. Is my second term my y term? It is not. So I'm going to zero pair the 24 so that I can have room for my y term. So I now have 2x is equal to y minus 24. Now I'm going to go ahead and zero pair my y. So I have 2x minus y is equal to negative 24. And now I'm going to check my guidelines. Is my x term first? Yes, it is. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is. Is it positive? Yes, it is. Is my y term second? Yes, it is. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is. Is it positive or negative? Yes, it's negative. Is my last term on the right side of the equal sign? Yes, it is. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is. Is it positive or negative? Yes, it is. What is the greatest common factor of 2 and negative 1? It would be 1. And so I am done. So this is in standard form. GCF is 1. Now this equation is in slope-intercept form to start with. And we're going to take it out of slope-intercept form and put it into standard form. So the first question I ask is my x term first? It's not. And it's negative here, so I'm going to go ahead and zero pair it out. So now I have 5x plus y is equal to negative 7. Is my first term positive? Yes, it is. Is it first? Yes, it is. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is. And is it positive? Yes, it is. Is my second term my y term? Yes, it is. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is. Is it positive or negative? Yes, it's positive. Is my last term to the right of the equal sign? Yes, it is. Is it a whole number? Yes, it is. Is it positive or negative? Yes, it is. The greatest common factor for 5 and 1 is 1. So I have now taken it into standard form. So again, our guidelines. Our x term has to be first, has to be a whole number, has to be positive. Our y term has to be second, has to be a whole number, and can be positive or negative. Our c term, our constant, has to be last or on the right side of the equal sign, has to be a whole number, and can be positive or negative. And now you have put equations into standard form.